Good morning, it's Monday, it's about 11 o'clock and I'm just starting my day. So I let myself sleep in, which is something that I don't often do, but it felt really good. But I'm also kind of noticing that I haven't done anything too academic and I haven't really been working my usual workload in terms of my jobs. And so I'm almost noticing that I'm kind of missing it, or it just feels out of my routine. That being said, I really don't have too much going on at work, with it just being the fall break. And I also recognize that my schoolwork isn't as heavy as it normally is, just because I had a lot of assignments and midterms before we had our fall break. But I do have things coming up in November. November is going to be a really busy month for me, and there are some things that I can work ahead with. So I think that I'm going to do that. In some ways, it's kind of like I miss that mental stimulation of school, which feels weird because I now have the break. But I'm going to capitalize on kind of that energy and that desire to do it and work ahead a little bit today. But before I get there, I am going to go for a run. Running is one of those things that I really like. It makes me feel good. It's good for my body. It just de-stresses me and totally elevates my mood. But it's also something that I don't make time for. It's one of those things that's the easiest to say, like, I don't have half an hour for, and realistically, I can always make half an hour. So it's a really nice day out, and I'm gonna capitalize on the sunshine and go for a run by the canal. So here I am, and I just ran my 5K. I actually did better than I thought I would, given that I haven't really been running much since the summer. But it felt really good. It's a really nice day out here. I kind of wish that I had brought my sunglasses, but that's okay. And I feel really good. I think I might feel a little sore later, but I did stretch, so fingers crossed. But I'm really glad that this is kind of how I decided to start my Monday. It feels like I'm starting the week right. When I got home, I just made myself a big salad and sat down with some schoolwork for the rest of the day. The intro that I filmed for my Tuesday evening actually had really poor audio, so I'm just doing a voiceover to share that Tuesday had really bad weather and I had pretty low motivation and didn't feel like getting out of the house too much. But to take a break from the schoolwork, I decided to do some stretching, and watching it back in fast forward, it looks really silly doing yoga, but here it is. Hi there, it's Wednesday afternoon and it's about 2 p.m. And we finally got rid of the rain and we have this beautiful sun back. So I spent my morning just running some samples in the lab, but decided that I wanted to capitalize on some of the sunshine. Initially I had kind of planned to go to a museum, but given that it's really nice out, I figured I would go to the Agriculture Museum and the Experimental Farm instead. In 5 years of living in Ottawa, I think I've only been to the Experimental Farm like once, and that was at the beginning of those 5 years. So I'm excited to see what's there, maybe see some animals because I miss my dog, and I'll show you what I find along the way. The Experimental Farm actually has a couple different buildings on the property, but they have 3 main barns, which is really what I was most excited about. They have one for like horses and cattle, they have a dairy barn where they actually milk the cows, and then they have a smaller barn that has like goats and sheep and pigs. I know, you love snacks. We all love snacks, but I don't have any snacks. I have none for you either. Nope, no snacks. Sorry, guys. No, well, don't have a fit. In addition to the animals and the barns, they also have a museum on site that talks a little bit about Canadian agriculture and also has some displays that change seasonally. And this last one that they have right now is actually about food preservation, and it's actually really interesting to learn how they've kind of evolved from like pioneer food preservation to current methods.
And this is kind of how I ended my day off. I just ended the day by looking through the museum and then saw the goats and sheep on my way out. So this is where I'll be ending off the vlog, but I'll be back to recap with the last of my week.